Willkommen zurück zu Lone Echo 2, liebe Zocker und YouTuber. Ich bin der Tick-Experte. Ich habe gerade die Ticks da an den Kran gepappt. Ich glaube, 5 Stück sind's. Und was kann mir jetzt noch passieren? Jetzt gehen wir erstmal durch diese hin und wieder an und auf, an und zu, an und ausgehende Tür. Ich auch schnell hier durch. Was habe ich denn jetzt hier?
You said earlier that you were directed to bring us here.
That's correct.
Well, directed by who? I get it. You can't answer that.
Let's just focus on getting you to safety. I suspect much will be made clear once we have you secure aboard the ship.
Juno ist doch eine KI aus der Zukunft, oder? Ich nehme mal an, ich muss die Batterie hier aufladen. Ah, schön aufladen. Und sie wurde angewiesen, uns hierher zu bringen. Von wem ist eine gute Frage. Die hatte sie gerade gestellt. Ey, gib die her. So. Von wem ist eine gute Frage. Trotzdem traue ich Juno nicht. Ich glaube, Juno ist nicht ganz harmlos. Ja, komm schon. Hui. Nein, das ist meine Batterie. Fasst die nicht an. Da müssen wir rüber. So, jetzt mit Schmackes. Uah, Vorsicht.
Battery locked in. Door online.
Na, ne. Oh, wir haben es, glaube ich, geschafft. Liv, ich komme. Oh, noch so ein Vieh.
Jack, you made it.
Ja.
Is everything all right?
Well,
Da
I
hinten
still
ist
have
Liv.
a mindless tentacle monster trying with all its might to eat my face. But he hasn't actually managed to do it yet, so all in all, I'd say things are going pretty well.
Okay, ihr geht's
Listen,
gut,
why
bis
don't
auf dass
I
das
keep
Vieh
this
sie...
little bugger occupied while you deal with the one on the door. Juno, you can help him out there, right?
I believe so.
So, der hängt da dran. Das Problem ist... Ich guck mal ganz
If
kurz
you
raus.
can lure the ticks into this disposal unit, you may be able to eject them into space.
Wie soll ich sie denn in die Disposal Unit bekommen? Was ist, wenn ich das Ding hier...
Disposal unit powered on. Now how do I eject the ticks?
The tick is siphoning power from the disposal unit. You'll have to use the manual ejection switch.
Okay, schön da drin rumturnen, schön da drin rumturnen. Und ich sage... Tschüssi! Wie krieg ich dich jetzt da raus?
Tick jettisoned.
Way to go, Jack.
Just one more to go.
Okay, ein Tick ist raus. Jetzt nur noch den da.
Is there some way to open these shutters?
The controls are inoperable.
I can't just force them open?
I suppose you could try, though the mechanism locking them in place is quite robust. It would require a considerable amount of force to break it.
Naja, so viel Force braucht man da nicht.
Oh, I must say, you made that look incredibly easy.
Ja.
He does that.
So, jetzt muss ich den nur noch hier rüber bekommen.
The creature does seem to be quite fond of the captain. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
Genau, komm doch mal hier rüber, Liv. Liv, komm mal hier dahin, Liv. Liv, warte mal, wie spreche ich Liv an? So.
Liv, go to the door.
Will do.
Genau, komm hier rüber. Komm mit dem Tierchen hier rüber. Ja. Jetzt mupft's darum. Und jetzt komm hier hin. Ja, ja, beinahe hätte er mich angegriffen. Ich glaube, es hackt. So, das Problem ist, jetzt hängt er an der... Jetzt ist er drinne. Schön nuckeln. Der Onkel kommt gleich und tschüss. Gute Nacht. Weg mit dir. Haha.
That's it. We're clear.
Confirmed. Room secure.
Total easy.
Nicely done. Now, Juno, if you would, please. Appreciate it. Are you alright?
Ja,
Of course. These reconstructed shells are practically identical to my original design. I hardly notice a difference.
Hardly.
Well, there may be one or two servos that are off by a micrometer or so.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Komm
The
her!
important thing is we're finally
Will
clear
ich
of the biomass.
entsorgen.
Captain Rhodes,
What is it?
more biomass.
Oh, Juno. You're kidding me right now with this.
Halt. Warte doch mal. Ah, blöde Kiste. Beinahe hätte ich ihn erwischt. Naja. Wir beide,
You're not kidding.
wir reden
Not
noch
to worry,
miteinander.
Captain. I already have a solution. While sorting through the station's database, I managed to locate a set of design specs for a protective EVA suit.
An EVA suit with an air supply.
A limited air supply. We'll still want to get you to a stable environment as soon as possible. More importantly, the suit will provide limited protection against the biomass. I've already queued up the schematic. All you have to do is enter the fabricator, and we can begin.
Okay, jetzt kriegt sie einen Suit.
Can't we just print the suit and I'll put it on out here?
The fabricator will perfectly form the suit to fit your body. It only takes a moment.
Ich würde es auch nicht machen.
Okay.
Sie soll jetzt da einsteigen und den Raumanzug um sich herum drucken lassen. Also ich würde es auch nicht machen, Liv. Aber gut, mach ruhig, ist okay. Nicht, dass er dann in dich reindruckt oder irgendwelche anderen Chosen macht. Uah. Geht's dir gut, Opala?
Captain, you have to hold still.
Are you all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Vielleicht sehen wir hier so ein...
You could have warned me this was going to feel so weird.
How would I know?
Warum hat sie nicht schon vorher so ein Bio-Suit gekriegt? Siehst gut aus, Liv. Hat was. Geht's dir gut? Du siehst irgendwie ein bisschen...
Well, what do you think? Bit
Sieht
of a step up, wouldn't
toll
you say?
aus. Super.
I like it. A marked improvement over your old EVA suit.
My old EVA suit was being held together by duct tape. I certainly hope this was an
Der sieht
improvement.
gut aus. Ich will auch so ein Ding.
Come on, let's go.
Give me a moment to open the door. The ship is just up ahead.
Okay, wir haben es geschafft.
Oh, I almost forgot how nauseating this stuff looks up close.
No cause for alarm. Your suit's filtration system is designed specifically to handle airborne contaminants. You'll
Aua.
remain safe as long as direct contact is avoided.
I was more worried about my eyes, actually.
Ich mach dich, ich entsorge dich noch. Wie heißt der hier? Popcorn.
Is the ship not connected to the station?
Gangway.
Given the risk of contamination, the ship remains severed from the facility. Only under the most extreme circumstances.
I'd say this qualifies.
Of course, Captain.
Ist das da hinten die
Stand by
Schiffsschleuse?
while I extend the gangway.
Ich glaube ja. Ah ja, guck mal, jetzt extendet sie die
Once
Gangway.
inside, I suggest making your way to the bridge. From there,
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Ist ja
From
total
the
einfach.
cockpit, I can use
Wir haben
the
das
number
richtig
two
gut
engineering
gemacht.
panel to cycle the reactor and bring the ship online.
Was?
correct.
Juno, are you not coming with us?
All the power disruptions have rendered me unable to connect to the ship's mainframe. Once the power levels normalize, I should be able to join you on board. Good luck.
Danke. Ich habe da gerade eine Meldung gekriegt. Was war das für eine Meldung? Ich glaube, keine wichtige. So. Lass mal nochmal rausgucken hier. Ah, hat schon was. Da ist die Research Facility. Die ist relativ weit weg.
God, what are the odds?
What do you mean, Liv?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I grew up on a ship almost exactly like this one. It was part of the Solar Colonial Initiative.
Okay.
How long do you suppose it's been
Sie
in
hatten auf
service?
so einem Schiff gearbeitet.
No idea. We'll just have to find someone and ask.
Ein Stein? Sind wir schon auf dem Schiff oder sind wir noch...
Attention. Atmospheric pressure normal. Oxygen levels normal.
Well, that's promising.
Okay, sieht gut
Hello?
aus.
Anyone here?
Warum sollte hier jemand sein?
Nothing. I think it's just us, Jack.
Equipment, Terraforming. Terraforming
Let's have a look,
Equipment?
shall we?
Ja, ich gucke mir nur ganz kurz an, was hier so...
It's a bit worn down, but it appears we are on the Argos.
Meine Nase. Okay, das ist die Argos. Alles klar.
It reads 2124. This ship was only 2 years old when we left.
Jetzt ist die Frage, ist es in der Vergangenheit einfach ganz normal hier angekommen oder ist es... das Schiff ist 2 Jahre alt, hat sie gesagt, oder haben sie es per Zukunftstransfer hierher gebracht? Mission Patches.
There are a multitude of emblems, presumably from previous missions.
I don't think this ship was ever decommissioned.
Okay, wie ist dieses Schiff hierher gekommen, ist die Frage, ne? To not... To...
The
Miko...
cockpit controls are this way.
What is this way? Ich möchte erst mal gucken, was hier steht. Panel repaired. Okay, das sieht alt aus.
Bridge doors unpowered.
Is there another way?
Pioneer-class ships like this have only one hatchway to the bridge. So no. We'll need to get resourceful. Let's look around.
Was ist das hier, Liv?
The crude nature of this repair is a bit troubling.
Naja, da hat jemand Metallplatten an die Wand
Character
genagelt.
never killed anyone?
What about loss of atmosphere?
Alright. Fair point.
Okay, was ist das?
These cargo containers are designated for terraforming equipment.
Probably used to store spare parts for Atmo processors. Spent a lot of time around tech like this.
Because of your parents.
Yeah. Both Mum and Dad worked terraforming missions, carting us back and forth across the system. My brother liked to play hide and seek in the ship's cargo hold.
Was flog da gerade lang?
Sounds until he got stuck inside one of the crates. Dad was livid. Not at him, at me, for not watching out for him. That was way before.
Liv erzählt aus ihrer Jugend, wer sich interessiert, was sie da sagt.
Before I was sent off to the academy.
There is both an activation pod and a fabricator.
That's odd. The fabricator is definitely not original to the ship. Likely taken from the station.
Given the vessel's apparent age, perhaps it has been refitted.
Yeah. Probably several times over at this point.
Hier geht's zum Engineering. Müssen wir da hin, Liv? Das ist der einzige Weg, den wir haben. Kann das sein? Moment. Opening Atlas Vessels Reactors. Naja, das ist eigentlich kein Problem, ne? Hoppala. Lass es. Reactors Life Support, genau. Macht das zu.
Let's keep looking.
Ja, ich weiß ja im Prinzip, wo wir hin müssen. Also eigentlich müssen wir in das Engineering da, glaube ich.
With the bridge door unpowered, we'll need to try our luck in engineering.
Ja, sage ich doch. Also da lang.
The reactor seems a sensible place to start.
Hui. Hui. Kannst schon mal vorgehen, gucken. Was ist das hier? Ach, das ist wieder ein Treibhaus, okay. Das ist alles ein bisschen down geschattet. Wenigstens gibt es hier keine Ticks. Sieht hier irgendwas aus wie ein Reaktor? Ja, das Ding da.
Could this be a source of power?
Liv? Hier? Das sieht mir... Nimmt langsam so ein bisschen die Ausmaße von Event Horizon an, ne? So die Form und so. Liv? Liv pennt wieder da hinten. Hier, Stecker rein. Geht nicht. Ich kann den Stecker nicht reinmachen. Ich würde mal sagen, wir müssen das Ding anschließen, oder? Hätte ich jetzt gesagt. Liv? Ach, jetzt kommt Madame auch. Liv? Ja?
I'm betting it's the reactor.
Echt jetzt? Danke für den Hinweis, Baby.
I'm entirely unfamiliar with this design. How certain are you?
Not at all.
But its location matches this ship type, and with all these wires snaking out.
Wir müssen das Ding und das da hinten so zusammen, damit das Ding... Verstehst du?
If it works, the ship should start generating its own power again.
Ja, ich kann
Which would
das.
give us stable life support.
Exactly. What in the...
Also wenn wir das Ding ankriegen, dann
I'll see if there's a way to turn it on directly.
dann haben wir Lebenserhaltung für dich.
Do you want to give the room a once-over in case there's an external control?
Eine externe Kontrolle, eine externe Kontrolle. Hier ist jedenfalls keine. Hab sie gefunden.
This thing has a power button.
Hier ist der Powerknopf. Also Kabel sind hier.
There are a number of wires coming out of the device.
Can you see what they connect to? Might lead to something useful.
Zu diesem Ding. Und dann zu diesem Ding. Und dann zu... Keine Ahnung, was das ist.
Surprisingly, these components are still receiving power.
It's a good sign. The reserve batteries are still working.
Aha. So, warte mal, wo geht das Ding? Da oben geht da noch was hin.
Controls. I'm not seeing much here.
Nein, aber hier hinten in dem Raum ist vielleicht noch was. Komme ich hier durch? Ne, das ist natürlich auch nichts. Wie komme ich denn da rein? Na, vielleicht mal hier durch. So, ich drehe einfach hier mal dran. Wie wär's? Nein, das ist auch nicht richtig. Ah, hier haben wir auch noch was. Liv, nimm mal die Finger von den Kabeln. Ja, ich mach mal...
Jack, that console just came on.
Aha.
What did you do?
Ich habe hier dran rumgefummelt. Welche Konsole? Die da? Lass mich das machen. Ich bin der Ingenieurroboter.
Some of the wires from the device appear to lead back to this control console.
Tatsache.
Well, that sounds promising.
Die Kabel führen hier hin.
Be right over.
Und jetzt?
It's offline too. The wires lead into that booth. Do you mind seeing if there's anything useful on the other end?
Und
I'll
was?
see what I can do on the console.
Ja, am anderen Ende der Kabel. Ich meine, da wäre noch was und da wäre noch...
The
Aber,
console's not coming on. Could you check the wires? They seem to lead into that booth.
ja, ich bin dabei. Aber das sieht mir alles hier nicht... Nee, das haben wir ja schon.
The wires feed into some sort of switch.
Okay, well, give it a try. It could be linked to the reactor. Wait, it stopped.
Ich muss das runterhalten.
Ah, here we go. Unfortunately, not controls for the reactor. It's a console for a cargo lift.
Wie lange muss ich das runterhalten?
I'll try lowering it. See if it leads to something useful.
Was zum Henker machst du da, Liv? BIOS, Liv, ich würde da weggehen.
Jack, come look at this. These canisters are holding ticks in some sort of stasis.
Und nu?
There is a device on top.
Oh, right. It's emitting some sort of energy field.
Could the field be keeping them docile?
I think you're right. Look, they have no idea we're here.
Eine Art Stasefeld, was die Ticks einfriert. Ja. Was war das? Wer ist das?
Jack, you can hear that, right?
Ja.
Not gone daft.
Hear what, Liv?
This is no time for jokes, Jack.
Okay, ich höre es. Ja, ja.
Respond. What's happening over there?
Wer ist Harlan?
See? There. This is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Who are you?
Olivia Rhodes. What are you doing on my ship?
Your ship?
Yes, my
Ich glaube,
ship.
wir haben den Captain gefunden.
What are you doing out of the habitat?
We lost power. Juno brought us here to try and get life support.
Never mind. Just stay where you are. I'll be there as soon as I finish rebooting the ship's power.
Oh, wir kriegen einen
Harlan, out.
dritten Menschen zu sehen. Das wäre in Das wäre was Neues
Jack,
in
if
Lone
he
Echo.
reboots the power grid, what would that mean for these containment canisters? If they lose power,
Dann kommen die Viecher da raus, wenn er
maybe we
den...
should find out from farther away.
Genau.
Nothing wrong with being a bit cautious.
Und ich? Was mache ich?
Containment protocols engaged.
Super,
Oh,
Tür ist
damn
zu.
it. We're locked in.
Was soll ich jetzt machen?
We can remove the biomass by raising the lift.
Right. I've got the lift controls. Get me power again.
Okay, ich
I'll
gebe...
start the lift as soon as the console's active.
Sie will die Dinger ejecten, also rausschmeißen. Dafür muss ich ihr wieder Energie auf die Konsole geben. Achtung!
What you did before.
Da.
Need the console powered to raise the lift. Got it. Sending lift now.
Wohin schickst du die denn?
Come on.
Power cycle initiated.
No! We're not gonna make it.
Auxiliary power
Shit!
initializing.
Komm rein! Was soll ich denn jetzt machen? Ja, was soll ich denn... Oh, wie soll ich das denn... Ich weiß nicht, was ich tun soll. Liv! Liv! Oh, jetzt hat die sich da eingesperrt. Na, super.
Reaction core control.
System Booting. Ich rette dich. Gleich Hammers. Ich muss, Reaktorkern. Hier. Muss ich beide gleichzeitig? Ja, beide gleichzeitig. Und? Ist angeschlossen. Nein. Bleibt angeschlossen. Energie. Ja, da ist das Happy. Puh, das war ja aufregend.
Of course, Liv.
Was passiert denn jetzt? Ich habe eine Sichtstörung. Anomalie.
Liv?
Was passiert hier? Wow. Super. Jack ist kaputt. Was hat er gesagt? Anomalie engage? System, was? Resolving Profile Conflict? Was geht hier? Boot up Initial. Okay. Delta, nee, so schnell kann ich nicht lesen.
Athena, report.
Sensors reading unidentified spatial anomaly in this sector.
Cross-check Atlas database for similar phenomena.
Acknowledged. No records found. Recommend mission abort.
Negative. Maintain course. The Kronos 2 remains priority.
Acknowledge. Delta actual.
Was?
13? Delta 13, you appear to be in distress.
Wo bin ich und wer bin ich? Wer bin ich? Wo bin ich?
I will take your response as confirmation.
Delta 6, is there a problem?
I suppose that depends, Actual. Does Delta 13 often forget where they are?
Athena, 13 appears to be malfunctioning. Please advise.
Ich funktioniere sehr gut.
Possible EM interference from here. Warning. Electromagnetic event detected.
That was interference from the anomaly.
Affirmative. Recommend all units perform cursory.
Wer ist Athena?
Proceed.
Wer bist du?
Units, please verify your operational status.
Wer bist du?
Delta actual.
Online.
Delta 9.
Online.
Delta 6.
Online?
Delta 13.
Ich bin auch online, aber ich weiß nicht, wer ich bin.
Online.
Confirmed. Delta 13 appears to have recovered. The results may be temporary. Recommend monitoring unit for further malfunctions.
Acknowledged. Delta 6. Delta 13 is your responsibility until further notice.
Okay, sie ist verantwortlich für mich oder es ist verantwortlich für mich.
Delta 13, please confirm.
Ich stimme erstmal zu,
Confirmed.
weil sonst schalten sie mich ab oder so.
Command hierarchy verified.
Be advised, approaching Kronos 2 mining facility. Distance 4,800 meters.
Wieso fliegen die nach Kronos 2? Das war in der
Did
Vergangenheit.
she say we are approaching the Kronos 2?
Affirmative. The station went dark several days ago. We're here to determine why.
Sind wir in der Vergangenheit? Wir sind ein Team.
The station was destroyed when an unknown vessel arrived through temporal displacement. The ensuing debris impacts resulted in catastrophic damage.
That is an oddly specific theory.
It's not a theory. I was there.
Wir sind in der Vergangenheit.
Delta Actual.
Wir sind das Rettungsteam für Kronos 2.
Intercepted a pre-recorded distress call from the Kronos 2 captain.
Patch it through.
Das ist Liv in der Vergangenheit.
Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit
Aber wie komme ich hier hin?
caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic.
Kann es sein, dass ich ein
Message repeats.
Kampfroboter bin?
Indeed.
Okay, ich bin nicht mehr Jack, ich bin jetzt Delta 13.
Detecting unknown devices in the area.
Isolate and enhance.
Da.
Identify.
No matching records. The design
Das ist
suggests
die,
weapons threat assessment
das ist das Schiff, was wir in der Vergangenheit, also im ersten Teil gefunden haben.
Scanning. The SCI Ithaca and accompanying fleet are on course to pass within 47 kilometers of this location.
That's too close. We need to establish a warning beacon. No civilian vessels should. Athena, report.
Warning, electromagnetic event imminent.
Genau, jetzt passiert nämlich das, was uns in die Zukunft gebracht hat, glaube ich.
Recommend maintaining a minimum safe distance.
Da ist die Anomalie.
Acknowledge. Begin deceleration for deployment. Prioritize threat assessment.
Initiating emergency deceleration. Vectoring to nearest device.
Wir bremsen.
Deceleration complete. Be advised, the nearest device is directly off the port bow.
Understood. Delta 9, take point with me. Deploy recon sats.
Lass mich hier verdammt nochmal raus.
Beginning assessment. Secondary objective, establish a warning beacon.
Da, das Wurm.
Remaining Delta units, deploy now.
That's us, 13.
Ja,
Recon Sat 3 indicates the device may be a form of torpedo. Moving to secure.
Let's get moving.
was sollen wir tun?
Biological agents detected.
Warning, third electromagnetic event imminent. Anomaly pulse detected.
All units brace for
Wow. Bin ich jetzt wieder... Okay, was war das? Ich war kurz in der Vergangenheit. Wo bin ich jetzt?
Jack!
Ja?
Jack! It's okay. It's me. It's
Okay,
Liv.
ich bin wieder da. Alles schön.
Jack! You're alright.
Naja, ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich alright bin.
Liv, something's happened. I'm not entirely sure how to describe it.
I pulled your memory archive while you were out. Your logs are flooded with all this bizarre data. Delta Squad, bio-torpedoes, something called the Ithaca. Jack, what is all this? What's going on?
Jetzt, wenn ich das sagen könnte.
Liv, I saw the Kronos. I saw our old station.
Come again?
I was on a ship, a shuttle. There were other Echo units, a military detachment sent to investigate what happened to the Kronos.
Okay. Maybe you're not so alright after all. Called that one a little too early.
It's not a malfunction. I was there. I was home.
Okay. I believe you. Listen, there's something you need to know. While you were out, I had a chance to meet with the captain of this ship.
The man we heard over the comms?
His name is Dr. Harlan. He told me...
Was hat er dir gesagt?
Liv, What is it? What's wrong?
You know what? It's probably better if you just see it for yourself. We can get a closer look at your memory archive while we're at it.
Okay.
Come on, follow me.
Also da war ein Shuttle, ein militärisches Shuttle, was untersucht hat, was mit der Kronos 2 passierte. Das ist klar.
Listen, this Dr. Harlan isn't what you might call the cheeriest of souls. He might take some getting used to. Juno, I have Jack. Can you let us up?
I did warn you the station's generator was temperamental.
And how much longer can the ship operate on emergency power?
Maintaining our current energy draw? A few hours.
A few hours.
Dr. Harlan?
Jack, you finally recovered. I was beginning to think the blast from the FTL had obliterated your neural matrix.
So, you're the android. The Echo unit.
Ja, bin ich.
My name is Jack.
So I've been told.
Jack, this is Dr. Harlan,
Hallo.
my administrator.
What exactly are you doing here, Doctor?
Odd question coming from you.
Dr. Harlan is a geneticist, specializing in the biomass.
You're here to study the biomass?
I'm here to try and find a way to destroy it.
He's also the one responsible for our extended stay in the hab.
That was for your own safety. I would think that would be painfully obvious by now.
Dr. Harlan, I need you to show Jack what you showed me.
I have work to do. He's your android. You explain it to him.
He needs to see.
Was denn erklären?
Captain, perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Ich habe den Verdacht, ich kriege jetzt irgendwas ganz Merkwürdiges
Are
erzählt.
you certain you want to see this again, Captain?
Just pull it up.
Very well.
What exactly am I looking at?
The future. All this orange you're seeing on the map? That's all biomass. That's how far it's spread.
To date, the infection has consumed approximately 56% of the habitable solar system.
Okay, die Biomasse hat in der Zukunft alles eingenommen.
How did all this happen?
It starts with us.
With us?
With the destruction of the Kronos.
Moment mal, die Kronos hat es
7
ausgelöst?
October, 2126.
In der
Your
Vergangenheit.
station, the Kronos 2, is almost completely destroyed when an unknown vessel suddenly appears in your sector.
Genau,
Astrea.
die Astrea ist aufgetaucht.
When the Astrea traveled back to our time, it brought the biomass with it. And when we left,
The infection stayed behind.
Are we starting to see where this is going?
Das ist ja ein Zeitparadox.
In the days following the incident, a fleet of Atlas survey ships unknowingly passed through the infected zone. Most of the fleet's crew complement is consumed by the biomass. The infected fleet proceeds along its predetermined course toward Earth. One by one, the now crippled vessels collide with the planet's surface, unleashing a global infestation. Humanity has no defense.
billions of people, most of the planet, just gone.
Versteht er? Die
The remnants of
Infektion?
humankind are scattered across the solar system. But without any means to combat the spread of the biomass,
It's only a matter of time. All those people.
in truth, the initial death toll would likely have been higher had it not been for the captain of the Ithaca, who managed
Wait, the Ithaca?
to... The Ithaca was the flagship of the returning fleet.
Ithaca. I've seen that name before.
Ich habe sie auch gesehen. Das war das Schiff in der
The
Vergangenheit.
Ithaca was an...
I remember it as well. I heard it when I was in the past.
When you were what?
Oh, that's it. That's where I saw it. In your memory logs. I've got the data right here. Look. Jack, would you mind running us through what we're seeing here?
I recall overhearing the ship was expected to arrive in Saturn orbit within a few days.
I don't understand. For that to be true, these logs would have to be from 2126. A full 3 months before the Ithaca crashed on Earth.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Jack, are you suggesting that you traveled back in time?
I know how it sounds.
Keine Ahnung.
I'm not sure you do.
This is why your memory was so fragmented in the control room. Because you went back in time.
Not physically. Just my data. My consciousness. I believe the FTL accident may have briefly opened another temporal anomaly, disabling my shell and forcing my protocols to transfer to another echo unit.
400 years in the past.
Evidently.
You believe Jack's account, Captain?
It makes sense. A botched FTL jump is the whole reason we're in this mess to begin with.
It's the only explanation.
That is difficult to dispute.
Do you know, you with us?
Oh,
Juno
apologies,
ist
Captain.
verwirrt.
I was distracted.
Ich fasse das gleich zusammen, keine Sorge.
I'm not sure. Can we access this memory block?
Just a sec.
Ey, das ist mein Memory.
Just as I thought.
What are we looking at here?
Das weiß ich nicht, das war auch in der Vergangenheit. Eine Weapon from the...
Some form of weapon I encountered while in the past.
Dr. Harlan.
Not now.
As I recall, they're fitted with a form of biomass payload.
Oh, lovely.
Dr. Harlan.
Still not now.
Dr. Harlan, you should really take a look at this.
What part of not now do you not understand?
What? What is it?
The torpedo appears to be undetonated.
What's that supposed to mean?
Where did you pull this image from?
This is from one of Jack's recent memory logs.
Recent memory logs?
It's difficult to explain. It may or may not involve time travel.
I'm sorry, what?
We can parse out the details later. Right now, Doctor, you do realize what this could mean.
A solution.
Solution to what? Will someone please tell me what the hell's going on?
Right. Come with me.
Die Story ist so genial. Die Infektion, die die Menschheit in der Zukunft ausgelöscht hat, ist quasi mit dem Zukunftsschiff in der Vergangenheit angekommen. Quasi eine Zeitschleife. Also die Infektion, die uns in der Zukunft auslöscht, startet in der Vergangenheit durch ein Schiff aus der Zukunft. Nämlich die Abstecher.
They're not weapons so much as incubators. Inside each one is a sampling of the biomass-based genetic material. The infection in its purest form.
Und wo kommen die her, diese
All you
Dinger?
need to know is this.
Diese Torpedos?
I can manage to sequence
Diese
this
Inkubatoren?
material. I am confident I could develop a means to eliminate the biomass.
You're saying a cure?
It's what I've been searching for. But every torpedo I've encountered has been detonated. I've never seen one with its payload still intact.
Ja,
But I have.
ja, aber in der Vergangenheit, wie sollen wir da
Just found
rankommen?
the key to saving what's left of humanity.
Energie aus.
Dr. Harlan? I'm afraid we may have more pressing matters.
Juno's right. Energy reserves are dipping into the red. I suggest we table this conversation until we find a way to restore the station's generator.
Perhaps there's something we can do.
Dr. Harlan? This is the part where you ask us for help.
How do we fix the generator?
Fixing the generator isn't the problem. The problem is getting to it. The generator facility is not accessible from within the station. You need to approach from the exterior. Search the outer hull for a way inside.
With a few improvements, you should have no trouble at all.
Where do we start?
Where do we start?
Well, obviously you're going to need a new shell.
I will.
Well, you can't go venturing out to the generator in that relic you're housed in now.
Was
No
heißt hier
offense
Relic?
intended,
Ich
of
sehe
course.
sehr gut aus. Sie hat über
course.
meinen Körper gemeckert. Ich kriege einen neuen Körper.
Transferring Jack to a
Juhu.
newer shell will allow him to more easily interface with the station's various
Ja, und
systems,
zwar eine neue mit
as
Waffen.
well as drastically improve his ability to maneuver in open space.
Auch das.
Not to mention,
Alright, fine. So long as there's not too much of a strain on our power reserves.
this way, Jack.
Okay. Also, ihr habt's mitgekriegt, ne?
I've already identified a shell design I believe you'll find satisfactory.
Ey.
It was originally meant for rapid emergency response. The base design includes enhanced speed and durability, as well as a data link compatible with the station's architecture.
Okay. Also, nochmal. Ein Schiff aus der Zukunft ist mit der Infektion bei der Kronos 2 angekommen. Das war in Teil 1. Die Kronos wurde dabei zerstört und infiziert, also die Bruchstücke. Die Rettungsflotte, die dann zur Kronos geflogen ist in der Vergangenheit, um da irgendwas zu retten, also ich und Liv waren ja schon lange nicht mehr in der Vergangenheit, wir sind ja in die Zukunft abgedüst oder gerettet worden von der Astrea. Die Rettungsflotte hat die Infektion dann mit auf die Erde und die anderen Kolonien im Sonnensystem der Menschheit gebracht und hat so die Infektion ausgelöst, die jetzt die Menschheit bedroht.
Coming, Jack?
Ja,
The new shell
gleich
engineers
muss es nur
finished
verstehen.
fabricating in the cargo bay.
Aber was noch nicht klar ist, wo diese Torpedos herkommen, diese Unknown Devices, die quasi von der... Ja, die sind quasi zurückgekommen, oder? Ich weiß nicht, woher diese Torpedos kamen. Genial. So, und zweitens, warum war ich in der Vergangenheit? Sie haben vermutet, dass das Wurmloch, was uns hergebracht hat, quasi eine dauerhaft so eine Art wie so eine Quantenverschränkung ausgelöst hat zwischen Jacks Bewusstsein und dem Bewusstsein, also dem Ja, ich komme ja schon. Ist das eine geniale Story? Mensch, Popcorn, das ist so geil. Da freute er sich auch. So, ich kriege jetzt einen neuen Körper. Wo kriege ich einen neuen Körper? Ich fand meinen alten
I've
eigentlich
already
ganz gut.
uploaded the shell's blueprints.
Ah,
It'll
da.
only take a moment to complete fabrication.
Weg da, mein Körper.
I've already adjusted the shell's underlying design to account for the particulars of Jack's neural matrix. All you'll need to do is shut yourself down, so I can transfer your processes to the new shell.
Oh, that's all, is it?
Wie
Don't
soll,
worry, Captain.
wie soll ich mich denn
The
downschalten?
transfer will be
Ich
seamless.
soll mich ausschalten, damit ich da drinnen wieder aufwache. Wie soll ich das machen? Was soll ich denn machen?
Construction complete.
Ah. Zeig mal.
The new shell is prepped for transfer.
It looks like him.
Yes, I incorporated Jack's existing facial structure into the shell's design.
Ja, es sieht
I
ungefähr...
thought it might help distinguish him.
He is quite distinguished.
Jack, you're clear to initiate the shutdown procedure whenever you're ready.
Okay, ich schatte mich down. Und tschüss.
Shields at 95%.
Initialize neural matrix transfer. Verify hardware connection. Okay.
Was kann ich jetzt?
Mapping core protocols to target. Success. Initialize boot sequence.
Jack? Jack, look at me.
Ich bin
You
da.
alright?
Boah, ich sehe total neu aus.
I'm sorry. Who is Jack?
Do you know what
Liv.
the...
I'm fine. I was only joking.
God, you had me worried.
The transfer worked just as Juno said.
Okay, ich
It
sehe
was
aber
fun
ähnlich
though,
aus,
right?
nur ein bisschen neuer.
Hilarious. Well, Jack, I'll say this. You certainly clean up nice.
Thank you. I must admit this shell's architecture is much more spacious than my previous one.
Just don't go forgetting where you came from.
Now that the transfer is complete, I'd suggest running calibrations to acclimate your software to the new shell.
That's actually not a terrible idea.
Then it's settled. I'll queue up the appropriate modules.
Sit tight, Jack. We'll have you sorted quick enough.
Ah, ich kriege jetzt nochmal eine kleine Einführung über meinen neuen Körper. Das dauert jetzt etwas. Primary Boosters, das dauert jetzt...
Module M201. Primary boosters.
Okay.
Your EVA pack allows you to boost forward in the direction you are looking. Use your boost to reach the console ahead.
Aber das kennen wir doch schon. Hoppala. Also. Moment. Ah, okay.
Well done. Please press the hollow
So eine Art
button to
Nachbrenner. Alles klar.
continue. Now boost to the end of the hull before the walls close in on you. Multiple boosts may be required.
Alles klar, ich bin halt schneller. Okay, geschafft. Ich kann also hier so ein...
Excellent. Calibration module complete.
Sehr schön. War ja einfach. War jetzt nichts Neues. Ich glaube, den Boost hatten wir auch schon im ersten Teil, oder?
Module and
Braking Thrusters, die brauche ich. Die habe ich die ganze Zeit gesucht, womit man anhält.
This module will calibrate your braking thrusters, which allow you to stop in place without grabbing any surfaces.
Zeig.
You will continue to slow down for as long as you hold your braking thrusters.
Und?
We'll practice this in the room ahead. Please meet me there to continue.
Okay. Was, das ist der Braking Thruster? Ach ja, okay, das war der Braking Thruster. Alles klar, der linke Stick.
There are 2 target zones in this room. Please boost into one of the zones and hold your braking thrusters until you come to a full stop. Success. Now use your braking thrusters to stop inside target zone B.
Okay, erstmal Schub. So. Und bremsen. Und zwar jetzt. Wupp.
Calibration module complete.
Cool.
Please stand by.
Dafür brauche ich jetzt ein Modul.
Module J101. Data interfaces. Your new body is capable of equipping multiple tools. In addition to your cutter, you now also have a data link. With it, you can interact with data ports around the station.
Oh, ich bin jetzt so eine Art R2D2. Ich habe jetzt so einen kleinen Pinöpel, den kann ich wo reinstecken und... Oh, jetzt muss ich niesen, das ist blöd. Und das unter der VR-Brille. Fliegt einem gleich vom Kopf.
Now, grab and pull the data link icon with your other hand.
Was soll ich machen?
Good.
Was
This
ist
tool
das?
allows you to interact with data ports throughout the station. You can also activate your cutter on your other hand, if you need to use both tools simultaneously. To proceed, move to the data port above the door ahead, and use your data link to activate it.
Okay, ich hab's verstanden. Glaube ich. Ah, okay. Das ist quasi nur ein Hologramm. Okay. Das ist der Data-Link. Fahr den doch mal wieder ein. Okay, fährt da nicht wieder ein. Egal, ich kann ja trotzdem angrapschen.
Please use your data link tool on the data port above the door.
Ich Data-Linke.
Well done. Please proceed to the room ahead.
Bin schon drinne.
Some data ports will activate systems throughout the station. Others will allow you to retrieve useful information from the station systems.
Ah.
In this room, you can find a floating data tile and an observation drone. Scan their data ports to proceed.
Okay.
Excellent. Now, download the data from the data tile to proceed.
Wie mache ich das? Moment.
Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Aber verstanden? Also ich habe jetzt einen Datenanschluss, einen USB-Slot. Haha, hoho.
Welcome back to the real world, Jack.
Yay,
Before
high
you go,
five.
I'd like to make use of your new data link. Captain Rhodes?
Right.
What is this?
A data tile, left behind by one of the station's scientists. I'd like to see if your scanner can access the information stored inside.
Kann er.
All right, well, you heard the lady.
Hör auf damit rumzufuchteln.
Go on and give it a scan. Ah, interesting.
What was on it?
Research notes on the biomass.
Anything useful?
A list of genetic markers shared between the different biomass forms. That could prove most useful. Jack, if you find any more devices with data ports like this one, be sure to scan them and transmit your
Sammelgegenstände.
findings to me.
Alles klar, wir sollen die
I've
Dinger
also
sammeln, wenn wir
added
sie
a new
sehen.
data tab to your ARM computer to track what we've recovered.
How much data was lost?
We don't actually
Wo?
have any way of knowing, but finding more will almost undoubtedly be beneficial towards developing a cure, even if only in a small way.
Understood.
Anything else,
Upgrades.
That should be all for now.
you know? Come on out then, Jack.
Ich würde gerne, aber ich darf nicht. Ah, jetzt. Okay. So, jetzt haben wir... Ach, das ist mein alter Ego. Alles klar, okay.
Yes, Doctor?
I need you back here to help me pass the FTL's output data. And bring Captain Rhodes with you. I could use her insight as well.
We've nearly finished prepping Jack for departure.
He's still here? I could have built an entirely new generator by now. Get him out of the airlock and then...
Mein
get
alter
back here.
Ego, mein
You
altes
aren't
Ich.
exaggerating. This Dr. Harlan is quite irritable.
Try not to be too hard on him.
Hui.
He has good reason.
Uah.
It sounds like there's something I should know.
Do you know? Tell him.
Tell me what?
Dr. Harlan is infected.
Nein, Harlan ist infected. Womit?
Infected with what?
With the biomass, of course.
Nein.
I don't understand.
Er ist ein
He
Alien.
seemed perfectly normal.
His infection is internal, a result of breathing in microparticles of the biomass. Though we have managed to slow the infection's progress using various treatments developed here at the facility, I fear the doctor may be approaching the final stages of his infection.
What happens if he doesn't develop a cure in time?
I'm guessing that very question is what's making him so irritable.
I hope this might help you better understand why Dr. Harlan is the way he is. His entire life, he's only ever had one goal: eliminate the biomass, preserve what's left of humanity. Thanks to you, for the first time in, well, quite a while, we appear to be making progress.
Whatever I can do to help.
You can start by restoring the generator.
Lead on.
Okay, und den Generator, den werden wir aber erst beim nächsten Mal wieder in Gang setzen, um natürlich die Zukunft und die Vergangenheit zu retten. Bis dann, euer Mr. Fleck. Tschüssi!